So, yeah. Alright, cool. Well, I don't really know how to intro this, so I guess we're just gonna fucking wing it. And,
Cool. Best kind of LPs.
hell yeah it is. Hello, everybody. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. So,
This isn't Donkey Kong.
it's true.
Of course it's not Donkey Kong, I'm here.
That's right. That's right. We have welcomed a third mystery voice to the chat. So, okay. So this is the case of the Golden Idol. It is, it's a mystery game. Sort of similar to, like I said, if you're thinking along the lines of, like, Obra Dinn. It's not quite the same, but it's gonna scratch a similar kind of itch. And, I liked it a lot. Came out, I think, late last year? So, I figured, you know, it's not fun since I know all the answers to the puzzles. So, I figured I would grab a couple of my ace detective friends and see how they get along with a game that I thoroughly enjoyed. Introduce yourself, nerds.
I'm FP0.
Hi, I'm PW. I said before we started recording, and I want it on the record because I stand by this. This title screen gives me big Hypnospace Outlaw vibes.
It's just because of like the low-ish poly rotating GIF thing.
I mean,
The Golden Idol itself, I assume.
once we get into the game, you'll see the art style is also distinctive, we'll say.
Excellent.
So
I'm ready.
are you prepared to begin Chapter 1, Complications in the Family?
Oh, that looks pleasant.
So, this game
Oh,
is...
we're right in.
So this game is divided rough into two phases. We can, in the exploration phase, we can click around and learn things about the world. And once we have done enough of that, we will flip over to the thinking tab, where we will be told to basically fill in this scroll and figure out what happened, who is involved, and what other interesting thing might be discovered along the way. So, I have helpfully turned on all the hotspots, otherwise we would be, you know, pixel hunting all day. So, but
Okay.
other than that, you guys are in the driver's seat. Where do you want to start?
Okay, I immediately see the Obra Dinn in this. Yeah.
I want to see the. I want to know who the man falling or being pushed is.
This guy.
Yeah. The place to start here is trying to figure out who these men are.
All right. Well, we
He's
have.
yelling.
He is indeed yelling. Well, I think he's dead. Let's not mince words. But what?
Yeah.
But what do we have here? We have a scalpel, a medicine bottle. We have a map.
Ruins of Xenopolis.
At the Bay of Shadows.
Horn of finger, horn of thumb.
So yeah.
Oh, and you get keywords.
Yeah, so these keywords are how we are going to fill in the scroll.
Okay.
So we have a map, and we have a letter. Can you guys read that? Do you guys want me to read that? How do you...
I can read it
It's
aloud.
legible.
Okay.
I can read it aloud for people if they want. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Dr. Oberon Geller, Esquire, or Albert Cloudsley, Esquire. And this is in 1742.
So the immediate thing I have cribbed from this, it seems like it's a reasonable assumption that the man being pushed who has a scalpel in his pocket is the doctor, but let's see what the other man has in his
Yeah, I
pocket.
assume that man is Oberon. Well, did we get all the stuff off the guy?
Yes, we can. As you can see on the bottom
the
here,
scalpel.
the clue is
Oh.
now... Yeah, see, the clues say 11 out of 11. So we have obtained... At least,
All the
at least
stuff from
we
him.
have obtained all of the clues that we can get. Not necessarily all the information.
All
We
the
haven't
nouns
missed
that we
anything. We
require.
haven't missed anything from what we have examined thus far, basically.
No, the only... It's just yelling at me because I didn't click on the names, even though I already clicked on them.
I guess then the scalpel was just a scalpel.
Correct.
But yeah. Okay, so yeah, the man falling off the cliff is almost undoubtedly Oberon Geller.
Well, we can test that theory. Oberon Geller, which would make this man Albert Cloudsley. And that is correct.
Okay.
Again, feels like a pretty reasonable assumption to make that based on items in pockets, but
And then I guess we could fill them in on the left as well. Because,
Correct?
or I guess, do we need more copies of their names?
No, we can just I can just fill those in.
Yeah. So Cloudsley pushed Geller from the cliff. But we don't know where from yet, so...
Okay.
the assumption
Let's-
would perhaps be based on the view, but it's either the Bay or the Horn of Thumb, because you see those two islands off in the distance.
Oh, yeah. It could be the Horn of Thumb, based off of the islands in the distance. But let's take a look at what Cloudsley has to say.
Like that might be taking a bit of a logical leap, but based on the map they've given us.
I'm following that one.
All right.
Yeah, let's see what Cloudsley's up to.
I knew what you were plotting, you snake. Well, we have a pipe, we have a dagger, and we have another copy of that letter.
The same terms. Okay. I guess
So
the
this
other
is
piece
premeditated.
is premeditated.
Yeah. You knew what I meant.
Well, we also have the bag on the left.
Right, we have some
Go
tobacco.
pouch and pipe cleaner. Well, that's going to be Mr. Esquire, who I've forgotten his name already. Cloudsley.
Yeah, so that's Cloudsley's
Going to be
bag.
his bag. A bag of medical instruments, and again, this is Geller. He found a golden statue with a red stone, a bag filled with coins and gems.
What were the terms of the deal again? Are they both being little shits about this?
The terms of the deal was that the doctor gets statues and 1/3 of all valuables, and Cloudsley gets everything else.
Okay, so that's
So
actually
basically,
split
Geller gets
correctly.
Yeah. Go back to it. So he has... Okay, yeah, there's 2 bags worth of gems and stuff in Cloudsley's bag, and 1 bag in Geller's, or 1 gems in Geller's, so that's split properly.
I don't know how relevant any of this is actually going to be. Like, as far as I can tell, the hint to where this is happening is the islands in the background, though.
That's probably it, yeah.
Alright, where would you like to say that we are?
Probably the Horn of Thumb. It's either the Horn of Thumb or Horn of Finger, right?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's the Horn of Thumb because, like you said, the 2 islands in the background. They are lined up.
That would be correct. So, if we pop that in there...
While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather in his looking glass, his expedition partner Albert Cloudsley Esquire suddenly pushed him off the cliff.
Alright, so that's chapter 1. Like I said, real simple little tutorial, but it's a good way to just kind of get a feel for what's gonna happen here. Rest assured, they will be getting significantly more complex than this.
I do already get a sense of where this game's, like, sense of puzzle is, because, like, oh, you need to actually pay attention to the environmental cues, like...
Yeah, for being a tutorial, that little check out the islands in the back and reference where you're at is it's a decent piece of deduction.
All right, well, let's move on.
Keep going.
All right, the second challenge.
So this is all in chapter 1.
Yeah. So this whole thing is chapter 1.
Okay.
So, all right. Let us go to puzzle number 2.
The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. I'm
Well,
looking at the
then.
man over there, and oh, the
Yeah,
horse is a clue, and it goes past.
I feel like
Well,
looking at that corpse is probably...
yeah. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. A ring with a ruby.
Alright, that's all we're getting from here. So,
I guess let's try to figure out who this guy might be. Maybe check his. I mean, maybe this might be
jacket?
Cloudsley, but oh, wait a sec. On the left, there's the idol. This
There's
might
the
be Cloudsley.
this does
There's the
appear...
idol.
So this does, in fact, seem to be the titular golden idol.
There's also a trail of blood coming in from the outside, so this did not occur in the room.
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, because if it was in the room and somebody was trying to come and steal the idol, well, the idol is still there. I don't know. Let's just start clicking on some other stuff. Let's try the boat. Yeah,
May as well.
so it's just a yacht
Just
in the
a
river.
yacht.
Get the horse when it goes by.
Horse is
Horse.
running in the yard.
Horse is important.
Alright, what's up with
Jack.
his jacket?
So, there's nothing to click on here, just taking
kinda-
stock of the jacket itself.
It's covered in mud or something. This clue has been
My-
added to the thinking board.
My thought right now is fell off the horse, hit his head somehow, but
Maybe. Let's check the painting.
Once again,
Uh,
nothing to click on here, just...
That man is enjoying his turkey dinner.
that is
Oh,
that is
Such a
some
very
primo
small-
Avatar material right there.
it's a
Flip
pretty
it so
small
it's facing
turkey.
the post instead. Is that a map on the wall?
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Woodshire, Crow Tower, and Blackfield.
So if we're going off of the same kind of context clues as previously established, it looks like this would be the Blackfield mansion?
Probably. Because of the river.
Assuming that this is representative of the local area.
Let's click that
Hey.
ladder you're hovering on.
It is a tall, rickety ladder, and nothing more.
And leading up to the book that is dislodged.
Ah.
Lead poisoning.
Unfortunately, we cannot read this book.
That's a pretty thick book for being about lead poisoning.
Also, this is probably not relevant, but I'm just thinking this is supposed to be in the mid-1700s, and I feel like lead poisoning was something that we only figured out in the mid-1900s.
I think it was the 1800s, but I
guess we figured that lead paint didn't have enough concentration of it to be dangerous, and then we learned wrong.
I
Anyway.
might also be mixing it up with mercury, but
Let's check the desk. That seems probably important. Spontaneous combustion. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. And that book is also...
This
Oh,
would
boy.
be his diary.
This is 42 years after the last thing. 1786? Yeah.
Yep.
Because the other one's like 1742. August 22nd. Woke up, a beautiful day. Washed and dressed in my dining attire, had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. Oh, maybe it's his portrait. Changed my hunting attire, rode to hunt badgers, had no luck today and returned home. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. Filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for my research. It's midday now, though.
Yeah, that corpse is old.
I
Oh,
don't.
there's the one last thing to click on there.
Yeah. It's the 23rd. Oh, wait, go back to the journal for a
23rd
second.
is the last day that's marked.
Okay, so this is his last entry. 23rd, he woke up. And before... He woke up at noon.
No,
Something-
the diary entry is for the 22nd.
Yeah.
No, I know that. Like I'm saying, the previous day he woke up at noon. This current day, you could suspect that he also wakes up at noon. He must have woken up, though, because...
Can you pull up the map again real quick?
The map?
Yeah. It's hard to tell. Are there any actual indications of compass directions there?
The bottom looks like it wants to be, but
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
it's trying to be, but no, there are not.
deliberately
Okay.
obscured or something. Let's
Just
take a
making
look
sure
at the...
that the sun in the sky isn't supposed to be some kind of hint.
All right,
Mm.
shall we flip
Yeah, let's
over?
take a look at thinking. Let's see what sort of
Yeah.
stuff we have to solve. Well, he is most likely Sebastian Cloudsley.
I hope so. It's the only name that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Lord, so he's over there too. Lord of...
Blackfield seems
I'm
like
gonna
the
go
reasonable...
Blackfield.
Blackfield. Okay.
Cause of death was...
Head wound.
Are you sure he didn't spontaneously combust?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He fell from the horse while he
'Cause
was
why else would the horse be...
hunting?
Or, no, hold on.
Well, he wouldn't have fallen from the horse while he was dining.
Yeah, because the dining attire is the
He's wearing hunting attire right now. Wait, hang on. He's wearing...
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is that his research attire, is that his hunting attire, because you've got the coat there.
The coat... Oh, wait a second. If he's researching spontaneous combustion and things like that, there would be explosions which would explain why the coat is so marked and dirtied. It's not necessarily that he wore it and got dirty while he was out. It's that the thing is marked and dirty from his experiments, let's say.
Now, the other question... This is a weird line of logic that I'm going to take here, but the other question I have is this Obra Dinn levels of... To continue that comparison, is this Obra Dinn levels of... Do you need to know relevant fashion of the era in which this is set? Because that is actually a legitimate way to solve puzzles in Obra Dinn.
You do not. That
Okay.
particular bit of information will not help you here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's he's either wearing his research or hunting attire, and
I'm going to
hunting-
assume it's hunting because he was outside.
Yeah.
Hunting
Are we all in
attire.
agreement that this is probably the dining attire?
Yes,
Yes.
that is the eating a duck while being very happy about it attire.
You know what? The white coat can't be hunting attire because it's got shit in the pockets, and you wouldn't keep random instruments in your pocket while you're hunting.
So that's the researching attire up there. He fell from the horse while hunting, and he's wearing his hunting attire.
Oh, and there we go.
While
Well
the Lord
done.
of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off, and he suffered a deadly wound to the head.
Alrighty. You say we do have the option to go back in and continue poking around if we are so inclined, but there is nothing more for us to find here.
Yeah, it's probably nothing else we gotta do. So let's
Hey.
keep moving.
I'm guessing that's just if you don't manage to pick up all the nouns required to...
Well, you wouldn't be able to get through, but I guess if you want to pick up all the stuff, I don't know. There's not much reason to stay and explore.
Ah,
Oh,
what's this?
I also noticed the scrolls in the... Wait a second. That's a different man. Right, the other guy was Albert Cloudsley or something like that. It's his son.
So that idol is 100% like cursed, right?
Oh, isn't that the name of the game?
It's easy to think that, but it's the case of the golden idol, not the curse.
Oh. Start the LP over. I'll get it right next time.
Okay.
What's with the eyeball scrolls at the bottom? I'm just curious.
That's just telling you that. I think that just pulls up the. Oh yeah, that just brings this little thing up.
Ah, okay. It gives you the summary
Yeah.
of what you discovered.
So,
okay.
Are you prepared for part 3?
I don't know.
Yes.